What's up, YouTube? Timmy's here. The trailer has dropped for the upcoming new Romeo and Juliet film, simply titled Juliet and Romeo, which is a musical version, of course, which is directed by Timothy Scott Bogart, and is also obviously based on the iconic William Shakespeare play of the same name. Juliet and Romeo, which obviously there's been tons of adaptations. Obviously the most notable one is the Leo DiCaprio one, and like there's a lot of Romeo and Juliets out there, but the film here stars the likes of Claire Rugard, Jamie Ward, Jason Isaacs, who is great in White Lotus, by the way, Tyler Perrock, Dan Fogler, Nicholas Padane, Frida Walsh Pilo, Rupert Graves, Rebel Wilson, Rupert Everett, and Derek Jacobi. Now, obviously, we already know what the story of Romeo and Juliet is about, but this is obviously more of a musical version of it. Set in 1301 at the end of the medieval times, Juliet and Romeo franchise finds our most famous star-crossed lovers turning the tides on the history Shakespeare based his play on, as they reveal the truth to the very future of the empire. But the biggest twist is the most beloved of tales is leaving the poetry of Lambric Pentameter in the past. For the original pop music that rockets these ever-present dames right to the heart of our characters in the most surprising and perhaps the most powerful way that has ever been seen or heard before. The greatest love story of all time to the greatest music of our times. So pretty much this is going to be like a Romeo and Juliet film with obviously pop music here. I don't know if that really works, but and to be honest, the trailer here, I hate to say it looks terrible. I feel like this is going to be that recent forgot the name of it. That recent musical based on based on Mary Magdalene, and that musical that Antonio Banderas did a few years ago. I forgot the name of it. It was so terrible. I feel like this is going to be similar to that, really, where obviously it's a musical film that takes place, that is based on the interesting stories and stuff. So yeah, but I don't know. This is probably going to be terrible, but I'll probably watch it because I do like Jason Isaacs. I like Rebel Wilson, so I do like the cast involved. The music sounds interesting, and let's be fair, we already know what's going to happen at the end. It's Romeo and Juliet. It's not rocket science. We already know what the story's going to be towards the end, but yeah. But the trailer, to be honest, just didn't do anything for me. Maybe the movie will, comes out, will actually be awesome. Who knows? But we'll have to see. Anyway, Juliet and Romeo is set to arrive in theaters on May 9th. Let me let you guys, what did you thought of this trailer for Juliet and Romeo? Did you like this trailer? Are you looking forward to checking out this new Juliet and Romeo film? And what have been some of your favorite Romeo and Juliet adaptations? Were you ever into the one from the 1961, or obviously the Baz Luhrmann one is pretty popular. Also, there was the Haley Steinfeld one. There's been tons of Romeo and Juliet. Like there's obviously the Gnome one. Pick your favorite there. Anyway, drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Tim Simon.